Welcome in to Sycamore High School, a GMC rivalry. The Aviators and the Comets. Sycamore sitting at 9-1. Mason at 4-6. I'm Ben Haller, joined by Evan Amazon. Evan, what are you looking forward to in this matchup?
Well, I'm really excited. It's going to be a solid game. Sycamore playing great all year, coming in at 9-1, and the Comets have struggled in GMC. Play this year 0-5. They're tied for last right now with Coleraine. This would be a good game for them to try to turn it around against one of their big rivals that they've been playing every year, Battle of the Skies. I'm really looking forward to it.
Battle of the Skies. We saw a close game out on the football field. That's what it's known for, but we're expecting a good basketball matchup here, too. We know Mason's been struggling, but Mason's a little better of what that record shows. 0-5 in conference, but I think we all know this GMC is better than it's been in a long time.
Yeah, and Mason is a team that's played really well against Sycamore. They're 20-4 against them since joining the GMC, and their last loss came all the way back in 2014. So Mason's really dominated this series, but now Sycamore is kind of a heavy favorite coming to this one. Last year, Sycamore was 9-14. Now they're 9-1. So they already matched their win total at just the beginning of January.
And we're looking at the Mason starting lineup here, same as usual. Olam and Hanley starting out the front court. Manker just turned it over there. Manker along with Middleton and Morton in the back court. Sycamore gets ball.
Yeah, Morton coming in, leading the Comets with 14.3 points per game, and Jack Olam leading them with 7.1 rebounds.
And we look at the Aviators who have the ball now. You know, that star, the Liberty commit's going to be Ben Sutherland, number 23, along with Charlie Hall, leads the league in rebounds. Riley Burgess, though, stand at about 6'10". They got a lot of size with Hall and Burgess, and then Williams and Bolden rounding out the back court for the Aviators.
Yeah, much improved team. They didn't have many seniors last year, a lot of returning guys, and everyone's really just stepped up for this Aviator squad as Sutherland misses the three.
I don't know how you leave the Division I commit that wide open, but wasn't able to knock it down. Middleton with a steal and going to the other end. Having trouble with it, a wide open Hanley at the top of the key, knocks it down. Jake Hanley.
Yeah, big shot for Hanley. That's what the Comets are going to need if they want to come out this game with a W, is they're going to need to hit the three ball. They've been inconsistent all year, but to keep pace with this Sycamore offense, they'll need some more of those to fall.
Sycamore going on the other end. Mason, one of their keys coming into this game was they got to knock down those shots. Only shooting 26% from three. And on the other end, knocked down by Charlie Hall. We talked about leading the league in rebounds.
Yeah, Hall really just does it all. Their second leading scorer just does anything that they ask him to do. Can play inside, outside, makes a nice three there.
Middleton trouble with it in the corner now. Hanley on the top, over on the right wing. Dump, sit down to Olam. He's going to turn around, awkwardness, and a foul on Burgess. It's going to be the first foul for Sycamore.
Yeah, Jack Olam's really put together a nice year for the Comets. Kind of flown a little bit under the radar because he's not the most flashiest player, but he just knows how to get the job done. Finishes very well, and a very good rebounder for his size as well.
We're going to see what he can do at the line. He struggled this year shooting-wise, only 13% from three-point range. He knocks down the free throw, and we know he can shoot better than that from beyond the arc.
Yeah, a lot of these Comets have struggled outside from the three-point line, and they're definitely a team that's capable. And we've seen guys make more threes in the past, just taking them a little bit to pick up this year, and I'm sure they'll improve throughout the year.
A 1-for-2 trip. And Sycamore now. That's Bolden left wide open, who knocks that down. Nothing but net for the two-sport athlete, Des Bolden.
Yeah, we saw him on the football field a few months ago, and that's a very nice shot from Bolden. And everybody on this Aviator team can connect from the outside. That's just what makes him so difficult to guard.
How about early in this game? Look at who's in. Alex Kelling, the usual JV varsity swing. He's worked his tail off the last few weeks in practice and earned some valuable varsity playing time. He had 4 points Mason's last outing against Hamilton.
Yeah, really impressive, and that's hard to play a game because we just watched a JV game and he played most of that. So
that little floater from Kelling's going to be way too strong. Maybe some nerves on that one. Williams comes down with it, going to get Sutherland in transition. Bolden with some awkwardness. They're going to call him for the travel. Looks like initially he wanted to pass it but then decided to drive kind of in the same process. So he'll turn that ball right back over to the Comets.
And not an easy environment to play in tonight with the Sycamore student section really showing up. And they were doing like college intros, saying where the players were from and stuff. It just almost feels like a small college basketball game right now.
You know, I think all the players are some of the same places when we're talking about public high schools, but cool intro nonetheless. Missed layup by Manker, and Sycamore coming on the other end. It's Bolden in the corner. Another open three for Hall. This one, Hanley was able to get there, but the putback from Rowley Burgess. He's the size for Sycamore, 6'10".
Yeah, that's a problem for the Comets. He's 6 inches taller than the Comets' tallest player, which is Jack Olam at 6'4". So
you got Hanley in there, who I believe is listed 6'4", 6'5", but yeah, 5-6 inches is a lot. Another turnover on the Comets. That's Mason's first foul. That's going to be an offensive one on the junior Olam.
Spencer Kahn checking in for the Aviators.
Mason coming with a little bit of a zone, kind of a 3-2 look. Another three taken by Bolden. That's no good. Olam in transition, gets it to Morton. Working down low on Bolden. Can't hit rim. Mason has not been effective in transition so far. And they're leaving Burgess open. How about the 6'10" center stepping out?
Everybody has confidence from the outside. There's Bolden again, the same spot. The Comets left him open from the right wing, and he knocks another one down. And Aviators are trying to run away with this one early.
When you shoot the ball effectively like Sycamore does, it's easy to get out to a big lead. And there's going to be a foul off ball on Sycamore.
Still just really hard to imagine like how much this team has improved. I mean, in 1 year, just a complete turnaround. Derbyshire comes in for the Aviators. Menker will turn around off the back of the rim, not able to fall. As Bolden trying to play fast in transition in the three. Off the back iron, good rebound from Middleton. Pushes it ahead. Comets in transition again, but they turn it over. Alex Morton not able to handle that one, and just like that, Aviators getting the ball right back from the Comets.
Sycamore is going to take over now. Mason not able to get any offensive going. Missed shots and turnovers. And with 3:48 to go in the first quarter, they trail by 7 already.
Your Williams and Derbyshire check in for the Aviators.
Mason will go back to their man defense. Middleton and Morton try to trap Bolden. Good ball movement. Williams to Derbyshire for three. Air ball from the lefty. Olam in transition. Bolden on him, can't finish there. Another missed layup in Mason transition. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Mason. Hey, something interesting about Grant Derbyshire. I just called him a lefty, and that may have been a little bit of a lie. He's ambidextrous. Very rarely do you see a guy. You will see him in-game shoot with his right hand and his left hand. I mean, you rarely see that at the high school level.
Wow, that's definitely shocking to see. We've seen a couple pitchers in MLB who like switch their gloves, but I wonder if he'll go to his right hand on his next shot then after that first one.
Jack Olam Jake Hanley on a nice underneath out of bounds play.
Yeah, how about Hanley with 5 out of the first 6 for the Comets?
There was Austin Sutherland, the brother of the Sycamore star Ben. Wasn't able to connect, and that ball's going out of bounds Mason's direction.
Yeah, Austin Sutherland only 1 year younger, but only 5'11". There's a lot of height difference there from his brother. As Manker now, pass to Morton. Swings it all the way over to Middleton in the corner. And they get a 5-second call on Middleton, and the Comets just have to avoid mistakes like that, especially just kind of those unforced errors there. It's going to hurt them in this road matchup. They can't get their turnovers under control. Already 3 or 4 to start the game with just about 2:30 left in the first quarter.
Manker and Hanley will check out for the Comets. Hanley has got 5 of the Mason's 6 points so far tonight. But Jones will check in along with Alex Kelling comes back. And there's brother to brother there, Austin Sutherland to Ben Sutherland. And Ben tried to throw that off Olam, and I think they're going to say it grazed him. Sycamore keeps the ball.
And usually you'll probably see that the other way around. Austin throwing down low to his older brother, but the opposite there is Austin's on the cut, and Sycamore keeps possession.
Outside, Austin Sutherland, Charlie Hall driving. Some two-man action. Sutherland can't finish. Hall with the rebound. That's what he does. And a blocked shot and a rebound by the Comets. Alex Kellen doing the dirty work. Mason will go the other way.
A great defensive possession for the Comets.
Morton down low to Kelly, undersized. Jones going to think about a 3 and drive.
The Comets right now, 2 mainly JV players in. And the Sycamore student section shouting air ball at Kelling. Hopefully can move on from that, hit a bucket, and help get his confidence back up.
Morton, kick in the quarter. Mikey Jones not able to knock it down. Rebound taken by Williams. Sutherland inside to Hall. To Austin Sutherland, wide open from the corner, and you can't leave Austin Sutherland that wide open.
Yeah, there's many guys in this Aviators team you can't leave wide open. Sutherland makes them pay. We've seen Bolden make the Comets pay as well, and Hall as well. So everybody on this team, you have to get a hand up.
1:08 to go on the clock in the first quarter. Comets trail by 8. It's inside the sophomore Kelling. Jones going to take it himself, guarded by Sutherland, and Sutherland just snatches that. Blocked shot and grabs it out of the air.
Yeah, unfortunately for Jones, there's nothing he could really do with that. He made a good play, but Sutherland just much taller and really hard to get the ball over.
And Evan Ehlers is going to be forced to foul on the 6'10 Burgess.
Yeah, and you think a guy like Burgess being 6'10, he'd probably be a senior, but already 6'10 as a sophomore is completely unheard of.
It's going to be scary for the rest of the GMC to see if he grows any more in his next 2.5 years at Sycamore.
Yeah, I've seen Sage Tolentino at Hamilton. He's 7 feet, and yeah, he could be a very good player, especially these next couple years, already starter on varsity.
Out of bounds, and that's going to go Mason's way. Kind of confusing at first. Referee pointed in both directions, but he was pointing Matt Sutherland, who he said it went off of. 38 seconds. Not sure if this is a scenario where Comets will hold for the last shot.
Yeah, for the Comets, I just think you got to take the good open shot that you can get, not necessarily rush anything, but you don't need to hold it to the last second either. They just need some points. That's exactly what they get right on cue. Alex Morton, a nice take, an and one, and the Comets are going to really need their senior leader, Alex Morton, to step up. He's played very well his last couple games. Played well against Kings, he played well against Hamilton, and he's really picked it up kind of after his slow start this year.
It's nice to see Alex Morton finally decide to be aggressive. He hasn't scored yet in this game, and he's the leading scorer for the Comets, averaging about 14 points per game. And we haven't seen anything from him. No shot attempts at all in the first 7 minutes of this first quarter. With 17 seconds on the clock, he decides to get going and complete the three-point play.
Yeah, probably the most athletic guy on this team for the Comets, and they're going to need him to penetrate, make plays. Even if he can't finish on his drives, defense will collapse on him, and there should be some open players on the perimeter as well.
Bolden will be picked up by Morton. 14 seconds on the clock. Sutherland and Bolden just passing back and forth, but they're going to leave Ben Sutherland open. Fortunate for the Comets, hits the front rim, 1 second on the clock. Mason won't get a shot off. And at the end of the first quarter, Sycamore is off to a 14-9 lead. Not a terrible quarter for the Comets. We'll be back for second quarter action.
Hi, my name is Leila Sheikh, and I'm a member of the Mason Hope Squad. Hope Squad is a peer-to-peer suicide prevention and mental health awareness program here at MHS and at the Mason Middle School. We have over 50 Hope Squad members ranging across all 4 grades. We spread our awareness through social media posts on our Instagram and Twitter, as well as flyers throughout the school and just speaking to peers throughout the year. Something we did recently was hang up our See Something, Say Something posters in every classroom, so resources are readily available for you, friends, and teachers alike. If you or anyone you know need any type of support, please reach out to anyone wearing Hope Squad pins, shirts, and or just gear in general, and we would be willing to help and support anyone who's in need. Thank you so much.
Welcome back to Sycamore High School. For the start of the second quarter, the Aviators beating the Comets right now 14-9, and overall not a bad quarter for the Comets, especially defensively. The only shots they've given up are some threes. They played really well inside early.
Yeah, you say the only shots they've given up are some threes, but that's Sycamore's identity. And pretty much everyone on the floor for them can hit the outside J, and on the drive, a tough drive from Justin Williams. He's trying to tell me there's more to Sycamore's game than just hitting the three. And a travel on Mason. We didn't catch that play. Right out of bounds. I think that was Middleton.
Yeah, Middleton has about 4.5 turnovers a game for the Comets, and those are just ones that you can't have. I know I've already said this, but it's a 7-point game. You're right there, and the last thing you want is to give Sycamore more possessions. And a really good job from Olam. Burgess brought the ball down low, and Olam just swiped it from him.
That's what Mason's going to have to do. Try to be the quicker, more athletic team. And we've seen kind of up and down games for Mason in terms of how they look athletically. And a lot of that can be due, a lot of people will say that's due to effort.
Alex Morton going up for the pass, hit, finishes the layout. So lead back to 5 for the Aviators. Just a minute into the second quarter. The drive and pass to Burgess. Back to Hall. Now it's going to be Bolden on the 3. Made a couple earlier, but misses that one off the front iron. And the Comets will take that.
How about your point guard grabbing a rebound, drawing a foul? That's what's so beneficial about having a 6'4" point guard like Mason does. Not only do they have him, but when they have Morton, Middleton, and Manker in the lineup, they have 3 guys who can run the point, run the 1 position. And it benefits them because anyone can bring the ball up the floor.
Yeah, Justin Williams picks up his second foul, so he's coming out of the game, and Austin Sutherland checks back in for him.
Sycamore going to be a little down after a season-ending injury suffered by Bryce Darbyshire, brother of Grant Darbyshire. He's only a junior, though. He's got a year left.
And Middleton knocks down the 3. He's another guy who's been a little inconsistent with the 3 ball, but he's more than capable. We've seen it in our rec practices last year. Made about 10 in a row at one point. He was not a big one there.
He was not a fun guy to play in rec, I'll tell you that. And
no, he was not.
Kind of proved why he should be on this varsity basketball court.
And Burgess finishes down low. He wouldn't be a fun guy to play against either at 6'10".
Yeah, you know, Ryan Erminsky might be able to handle him, though. He's very athletic inside, 6'4".
dunked pretty easily. Been dunking for 2 years, and just like that, the Comets answered. 2-point lead again. And how about the game Jake Hanley has played? Already 7 of the Comets' 16.
Yeah, and he hasn't been playing this whole game either. He's had some long spurts on the bench, and he's still getting his productivity in. 3 for 5 from the field so far. And he started the game off by knocking down a 3, and the Comets kind of went through a cold spell after that. But they figured their offense out as of late.
The Sycamore will keep possession after the kick ball from the Comets. Hall will be the inbounder.
Mason back to their 3-2 zone. They've been switching their defenses a little bit. They're going to have the lengthy and athletic Alex Morton at the top.
They're trying to stop Sycamore's perimeter shooting with that 3-2.
Timeout taken by Sycamore, and you can start to see Mason's defense is getting to Sycamore a little bit. We'll take a quick break. Comets cut the lead to 2.
The SS Comet.
SS LGL for the long green line.
Probably the SS Jack Olam. Susie.
Tim. Speed, because it's fast.
Cookies and cream, because that's my favorite milkshake.
Sam.
45040.
The SS Hanley.
Big Mike.
SS CPAC.
Welcome back to Sycamore High School as we see the Comets and Coach Richards in the huddle, only being down by 2 here. It gave them many expected the Comets to kind of get blown out with the way the season's going, but this team's really stepped up, played very well. Good defensive quarter. They're kind of mixing up their looks, confusing Sycamore a little bit, and the Aviators just called a timeout to try to get their offense going here.
I think we talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. Mason's better than their record shows. It's a little bit of a down year considered how good they've been the last few years. And Sycamore's kind of the opposite. I'm not saying they're worse than the record is, but this year has been uncharacteristic of the last few Sycamore teams we've seen, and that's a good thing if you're Sycamore.
Yeah, this team already 9 wins, 3rd in the GMC. Their only loss was to Fairfield by 1 in overtime. A kind of a
controversial loss.
call.
Yeah. So they could very well be undefeated right now in this GMC that's better than we've ever seen it maybe.
Yeah, and that's what makes it even harder for the Comets kind of on a down year when the GMC is having one of its best years in a long time. And Burgess not able to handle the pass. And Middleton, a good save. And looks like that. Looks like the Comets have a shot to tie the game up, and they turn it over again. So it's getting a little sloppy here on both sides.
You can see Richards not happy after that turnover. But you got to be happy. Only down 2 to this Sycamore squad after taking a loss to kind of a weaker GMC team in Hamilton.
Yeah, this team's playing very aggressively. A lot of passion showing on the court here early. Just over halfway into the second quarter.
And since joining the GMC, Mason's 20-4 against Sycamore. Only lost 4 times. All of those coming earlier in Mason's tenure in the league.
I mentioned before, they've won every game since 2014 against these Aviators.
So a dominant run for the Comets. 15 straight wins. They're trying to make it 16 if they can. It'd be an upset.
And they're playing like they can win today. Very aggressive, trying to get inside. The foul on Des Bolden. 5th team foul on the Aviators.
3:33 to go. Over halfway in the second quarter. Smart play by Morton, letting that go before he tries to touch it before the half-court line.
Hanley, another three. Looked pretty good from our angle, just a little too strong off the back iron. And Sycamore trying to play a little fast, and a foul from behind from Middleton, and Austin Sutherland will go to the free throw line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, that quick release from Austin Sutherland. You know, he's a pretty good shooter, definitely improved his three-point percentage from last season. And you can see how his shot release has gotten quicker. And if he didn't get it off that quick, that might have been a clean block by Middleton.
And Middleton's trying to hurry up, get back into the play. Not sure if he realized that Sutherland was taking that shot. And he knocks down the first one. And the second one.
Something that it's rare to see. This is kind of uncharacteristic in 1 year. We talked about Sycamore's uncharacteristic growth figuratively in 1 year, but it looks like the height of these guys, they've seen a lot of growth too. I mean, Sutherland has grown 2 or 3 inches from last season. Charlie Hall an inch or 2. Austin Sutherland an inch or 2, and that could be a big reason for their success. I mean, you barely see that much literal growth. How about the pass from Morton?
Yeah, really nice cut from Menker. And he finishes the shot there. And Burgess loses another one inside, but Sycamore's able to keep it. And Bolden, an obvious travel there. Now the Comets are getting the ball back again. Every time Sycamore seems to try to pull away a little bit, the Comets always cut it back to a one-possession game.
Yeah, Sycamore's kind of shooting themselves in the foot multiple times tonight. It seems like they can go on a little bit of a run, but turnovers have been killing them.
Tip pass, Olem able to corral it.
There's going to be a foul inside. Referees discussing who it's on, I believe.
Really, the only thing to really compare the Sycamore turnaround to is another team in Cincinnati, the Bengals. How about their turnaround this year?
You know, it's getting me too excited talking about the Bengals. Could potentially, they still got a chance at the 1 seed. You know, very unlikely, but I mean, what a time it is in Cincinnati. The Bearcats in football making the playoffs, Bengals clinching the playoffs. And it's starting to look like Cincinnati sports turn around a little bit, hopefully.
Yeah, I wouldn't jinx it until we win a playoff game, though, Ben. Has been 31 long years. Longer, much older than us is the Bengals not winning a playoff game streak. As Bird is able to finish inside, goes up to the right hook. He's got 6 points for the Aviators. Just under 2 minutes to go.
Both teams have had very balanced scoring. And
Middleton, a tough shot there. Fading away from 3, not very high percentage shot there. And Middleton picks up another foul. Swiss second. And Alex Kellig will come in for him, but we're going to call timeout first. We're going to take a quick break here with 1:45 remaining in the second quarter. Aviators up by 5.
A basketball player.
A barber.
An astronaut.
Basketball player.
Basketball player.
A basketball player.
Firefighter.
A basketball player.
Baseball player.
Doctor.
NFL player.
Professional basketball player.
Burgundy.
Definitely like neon.
I'd probably be like a sky blue because everybody likes the sky.
A red crown.
I'd be a yellow crayon because it's bright, like my future.
Green, because it's always in the picture, because you always got to draw grass, and I'm just always in the picture like that.
The hot pink crown because like pink's a manly color.
A blue one because it's my favorite color.
Kelly green, because it's my favorite color green.
Black. So will be Sycamore's possession as the Comets are down by 5. Coming out of their timeout. Just about 1:30 left to go here in the first half. Hall trying to make a three-pointer. It's no good. He hit one earlier. Burgess misses the wide-open layup, and Sutherland tries to dunk and misses it. And boy, did the Comets catch a break on that possession.
Morton wanted a foul or out of bounds on Sycamore or something, but he wasn't happy with that call. And a couple of missed opportunities on the other end for Sycamore. And most coaches will tell you, just lay the ball up. When you got a D1, 6'7", D1 commit 6'7" guy like Sutherland, it's kind of hard to tell him to contain that athleticism. A little bit of a rim raiser there from Burgess.
I'll give him a .5 dunk there, Ben. Wouldn't really call it a full dunk, but I'll give him a little credit there. He did touch the rim.
You know, it's one of those awkward ones. Maybe touch the rim after the fact.
Now the lead up to 7 again for the Aviators. And Ben Sutherland will pick up his second foul.
And that's going to put Mason in the bonus now. It's the 17th foul. And Morton will head to the line with 48 seconds to go in this half.
Darbyshire will come in for Sutherland. The last thing the Aviators would want is him to pick up his third foul here in the last minute of the first half.
Morton's able to knock down the first. And you look at this Mason team, and a win like this can just boost their morale. You know, it only gives you one win in the win column. But heading forward, the confidence they're going to have, you know, they play league worst Coleraine on Tuesday. And then Friday, they had to take on Princeton.
That can certainly go a long way. This Sycamore team's had a lot of good wins. I believe they beat West by about 18, or the Comets lost to by like 18. So on paper, you think this would be an easy win for the Aviators, but Comets have fought and battled all year and definitely showing up tonight.
You hear this a lot in professional sports. It's just rivalry games are always different for some reason. There's just that each team has a little bit of that extra energy, extra motivation that Mason's definitely feeling tonight. It's the first time they've been underdogs against Sycamore, or rival Sycamore, in a long time.
And a big three-pointer there from Austin Sutherland. Man, that's the guy the Comets got to get a hand on, as that half-court shot almost falls in. But a tough ending to the first half as Austin Sutherland hits a three to bring the Aviators up 8. We're going to take a break here for halftime. Be sure to stick with us for the remainder of the game.
Welcome in to Sycamore High School. The Aviators have an 8-point lead at halftime against the Mason Comets. And in the first half where Mason played very up and down offensively, they went cold as of late.
Yeah, the Comets, all game, they've kind of been hanging in there. They've gotten the lead down to single digits, but never really able to take the lead. And right now, Sycamore kind of extended to 8 when it was at 2 or 3 in the second quarter. So, Aviators in a good spot right now. The Comets got to battle back and try to cut into the deficit a little bit.
Comets inbound to start the third quarter. Going to start off strong. A nice kick, Morton to Hanley, and Hanley picks up right where he left off. That's 9 points for him tonight.
Yeah, definitely is high on the season. He's doing it in a very tough environment. Only a sophomore, but playing like a senior tonight.
Yeah, the Indiana baseball commit. He's very talented baseball player. And he showed that his freshman season for Mason. Led the team in batting average, along with many stats.
That's one of the things, playing another sport. He knows how to play in big games. He's played through a lot of pressure, some big games already in his young career, so certainly translates to the basketball court as well, too.
Middleton brings the ball down the floor. There's going to be an offensive foul on Morton. Morton's not happy about that foul, but
I think they actually said Ben Menker got the foul, and that's going to be his first. Not really sure what it was on, but
Bolden now for the Aviators. Comets back in their 3-2 zone. Sutherland kicks it to his brother. Inside now, Hall. Ben Sutherland, the good movement. Burgess, the open 3 for Hall, not able to find the bottom of the net, and the rebound's taken by Olam. Middleton on the other end has the step on his defender, draws the help. The fade away jumper's no good. Couple of empty trips for both teams. And another foul on Alex Morton. And
Richards outraged on that call. Now, like the foul call, they would have just let it go. Then he would have gotten an easy layup in transition with Alex Morton.
Sycamore will get it back now. Sutherland had position on Hanley, but a nice job by Hanley getting around defensively. Morton in transition, senior to senior action. Alex Morton's able to finish off the nice dish from Middleton.
That's what Middleton does, makes very nice passes. And he's really been doing that tonight, and the Comets almost a turnover, and they do it. It's an over and back, so the Comets quick 4-0 run, and they get the ball, and they're not going anywhere.
How about the energy that Middleton's bringing?
Yeah, he's been playing really good this second half. Some nice passes, finishing. He's really just doing everything that a senior point guard needs to do right now for the Comets.
Comets only trail by 4. Morton trying to take this game over. Another nice kick, but Rowley Burgess having none of it. And Morton's going to commit another foul. That's his third in the last 2 minutes, and his third foul of the game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The leading scorer for the Comets is going to have to head to the bench now as Alex Kelling comes back in for him.
Very unfortunate. You know, did a good job having 0 fouls at halftime. Maybe playing too aggressive now. But he does have his team down 4.
Yeah, certainly amped up. A lot of adrenaline here. Sometimes it can just cause you to play a little bit too quick and make some fouls.
Ben Sutherland tried to dunk on the drive, and Hanley did a good job of denying it, whatever he could. And he had to foul him, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's a good job by Hanley with the hard foul. It's a lot better than making a soft foul, getting dunked on, and Sutherland going to the free throw line for one. So instead he makes a hard foul, takes him out, and it's going to make him earn it at the free throw line.
Sutherland knocks the first one down. Gets the lead back up to 5. Sutherland doesn't miss a lot of free throws. He goes 2 for 2 there. Sycamore students still giving Alex Kelling that airball chant. They're going to find him down low, undersized, not able to finish. Sycamore fans will be loving that, but Richards is furious.
Yeah, maybe it could have been a foul call, but doesn't go for the Comets there.
Sutherland, the rebound off his brother's miss, and he's going to be fouled going up.
Yeah, Peters, Richards not happy. Their logic is if you're not going to call the foul on the 5'10 sophomore going up, then you're not going to call it. You call it on Sutherland, who's 6'7", but you don't call it on Kelling, who's 5'10", kind of on similar plays. So but Sutherland will go back to the free throw line after the timeout here. We're going to take a quick break.
Solve one side of a Rubik's Cube. Being able to jump rope.
Probably play cornhole.
Solve for the Y-intercept.
I can do a really good Clash Royale sound effect.
I'm really good at playing ping pong. I have a ping pong set in my basement, and I just go ham on that sometimes.
Definitely mow the grass because I don't do that.
The worm.
I don't know, wash the dishes.
Probably tying my shoes.
Christina's water in the jug. Dasani is the best brand of water because it's just always there. Like everyone has Dasani.
Ice Mountain. You know, my family just has always gotten Ice Mountain, so.
Kirkland signature because it tastes very good.
Definitely just Kirkland brand.
I like Fiji because it's just, you just look, it's clear. You can just look straight through it. It just tastes so good.
Definitely the Reds water from.
Sutherland on the line out of the timeout with a couple of chances at the line and a 6-point lead, and he gets that up to 7 here.
He hasn't even hit the rim on his last couple free throws. It's nothing but net every time. And another one there. Sometimes it can be a little harder to shoot free throws coming out of timeout, getting iced a little bit.
Yeah, kind of iced the kicker situation, but nice job by Sutherland. On the other end, Mason, it's kind of been a seesaw. They've cut it to 4 a few times, but it seems like it's going back and forth between 4 and 8. Can't string something strong enough to tie the game or take the lead. And it looks like Mason's going to turn this ball over. Manker and Olam not on the same page.
Yeah, they've had a lot of miscommunication on plays like that where they've just made some bad passes, and really unfortunate. Last thing you want is give Sycamore a chance to extend their lead to double digits. Like you mentioned, the Comets started out well on a 4-0 run, but then Sutherland made 4 free throws, and it's back to 8, which was the halftime deficit for the Comets.
So these two teams are tied in the second half in terms of total points.
Burgess will get his first foul call, and the team's first of the half. The Comets already with 5 team fouls, so Sycamore will be shooting a lot of free throws the rest of the way.
Middleton, the spin move with a fadeaway jumper is going to be no good. He's trying to take things into his own hands. Sycamore now with the 8-point lead. And one for Ben Sutherland. A questionable call. Kind of an NBA continuation kind of and one.
Well, after getting off to a rough start in the first half, he's showing why he's going to be playing out some Division I college basketball next year. He's really been taking over this game.
He's going to be playing at Liberty out of the Atlantic Sun Conference.
They've been in the tournament a lot. Remember, I picked him in my bracket a couple years ago to beat Mississippi State in that 5-12 game, which they did. So,
you might
happy
see
about that.
Might see Ben Sutherland now helping you upset some brackets. Olam in the corner now. Comets now down 11. having trouble with it. Gets it inside to the star. Morton is going to get fouled. Morton hasn't quite had the game he's wanted, but
yeah, Morton with 9 points on the night so far. 9 out of the Comets 24. And him and Hanley have really combined for almost all the scoring, 18 out of the 24.
a nice dish from Morton, but Alex Kelling just not able to use his size for any advantage inside, and Riley Burgess sends another one into the wall. And Kelling's had a rough night down low.
Yeah, it's a tough first game to start out on varsity on the road against a very talented Sycamore team, and it's just tough for him down there, going up against guys who are a lot bigger than him. But he made the right play on that pump fake. I think he got Burgess in the air, but still got blocked.
Olam in the corner. Comets running their flex offense, gets it inside to Hanley, and another foul on the floor. This time it's coming on Sutherland.
Yeah, foul's starting to even up a little bit. That's going to be Sutherland's third foul. So the Comets,
if they can get him in foul trouble, it's big.
Yeah, should try to keep going inside. He's really carried the Aviators in this third quarter.
Underneath out of bounds play, gets it to Morton, but nothing going on inside. 3:25 left to go in the third quarter. Comets trail by 11. And it's been a long possession now. Kelling has it in the corner. Mankers is going to take a contested three, kind of ill-advised shot selection. Just frustration and impatience with how long the possession was taking.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to get much tonight offensively, so just trying to make a play, and it doesn't work. But the Comets, luckily, make a play defensively, and Olam way too strong on the shot, and it's kind of falling off the rails a little bit offensively here.
Burgess loses it. Charlie Hall's able to get it inside, and he's fouled. We haven't seen a ton of him so far tonight.
But he made that three-pointer start off the game for the Aviators.
And there's going to be a timeout taken by Mason. And we'll head to a quick break. Comets been struggling recently. They're down 11, 2:38 to go in the third.
Donkeys, because they're very useful. I gotta say a falcon, because I can like swoop down and pick up things.
I'd probably be a turkey, because I run pretty fast.
A lion, because it's a beast.
I'm an orangutan because we both have like long wingspans, and I'm also lazy.
I'd be a hippo because I'm just like chilling in the water, and when I need to attack, I'm attacking.
Definitely a bull, because I got horns.
I would be a cheetah because they're quick and fast.
I'd be a shark because they get to live in the ocean, and I like the ocean a lot.
Probably like a leopard or a panther. I think they're cool.
Either a lion or a monkey, because a monkey is smart and a lion is brave.
I'd say a cheetah because it's fast.
Coming out of the break, that's going to be Hall, the junior, taking the trip to the line. We mentioned he leads the league in rebounds at 7.4, and he's second on this Aviator team in scoring coming into this game, and he's able to knock down the first free throw.
Yeah, Hall's not the biggest guy in the GMC, but he works very hard just to corral every ball that he gets. Not the biggest or strongest guy in the GMC, but just always gets the job done defensively and offensively with his rebounds, and now it's 2 free throws, and Sycamore shot very well from the line tonight. It's part of the reason that they have this 13-point lead.
That goes out of bounds. Sycamore almost got a steal on that play. Now inbounded Middleton to Hanley. Maker in the corner, another three-pointer that's off the mark. Haley tries himself and can't knock it down. And in the first half, the Comets looked like they were doing a little better from three-point range than their season says. 26% on the season from the three-point range, and this second half is looking more like that.
Yeah, those 2 threes, it's really all you can ask for. Good looks, and just unfortunately not able to knock down either one.
And they're going to call an offensive foul on Morton. That's his 4th foul of second half.
Yeah, Richard's furious about that call, and it's exactly what the Comets didn't want, is their leading scorer having to go to the bench again when they need him the most here to try to stay in the game, down double digits.
At least 3 of those fouls on Morton are a little questionable. Hall inside, draws some contact, gets fouled.
And Hall going back to the free throw line where he just was a minute ago.
That's a 9th team foul on Mason. And Hall's 3 for his last 3. Mason hasn't been able to get anything going offensively in the last few minutes.
No, they've been getting some good looks. Just what started as not a bad offensive night just turned into a disaster in this 3rd quarter for the Comets. As the lead's all the way up to 15 now for the Aviators as they continue to knock down free throw after free throw here. Already 9 team fouls in the Comets. We're not even out of the 3rd quarter yet, Ben.
Sycamore is going to play to their identity with that 2-3 defense, so it's hard for Mason to run a flex offense. They're going to have to run that freelance look. But they can't find Hanley at all inside. A deep 3 taken by Kelling. That's going to be no good. Cleared out by Raleigh Burgess. Excuse me, that's Sutherland on the rebound. 1:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. Sycamore looks like they're in no hurry.
Yeah, just content to kind of run the quarter out here. Comets going to have to apply some pressure and get some turnovers.
Derbyshire inside, kicks it out to his fellow senior Sutherland. It looked like he tried to go out for a dunk, then kind of pull that back in. Would have been a nice layup, but he gets fouled first.
And a long quarter. Just a lot of pauses in the action and all these free throws from Sutherland and Hall. They're just kind of trading off, going back and forth, and they just haven't missed yet.
Sutherland's a very well-rounded player. He can shoot the 3 a little bit. He can drive. Very athletic. We saw a couple dunk attempts. And he rebounds really well. That's what makes him so special is his 2-way play, offense and defense. And you know you're a good player when Sutherland's putting up this performance he has tonight. He's putting up the numbers he has, and it's been very quiet. And it seems like he does that often, and a 2-for-2 trip to the line.
Yeah, he'll make some flashy plays with dunks that will get noticed, but very rarely makes the wrong play. And if he'll get to the free throw line and score, he's content with that.
He'll check out here. Now Sycamore with a comfortable 17-point lead a minute before the 4th quarter starts. And for the first time tonight, we're seeing Matt DeBross in the lineup. Manker, another contested 3. He doesn't find the bottom of the net. And he just has not found his stroke yet this season.
Yeah, the DeBross guy for the Comets started out. It's kind of the 6th man role for this team, but he's played some JV now as well as varsity.
Manker almost able to get the steal there. 26 seconds on the clock. Kelling, aggressive defense on Bolden. And Bolden will drive, and another 2 points for Sycamore. That'll continue their scoring run. They're up 20 now.
Well,
Excuse me, 19. But the and 1-3 for Matt DeBross. How about getting your confidence back there?
What a big shot. Comets needed something to fall in the worst way, and they get a bucket with 1.8 seconds left in the 3rd. And
You know, Matt DeBrus coming into the season, a lot of guys like to tag him as the best shooter on this team, and he showed at the first game like you mentioned. But a lot of people think it's maybe a confidence issue that he had. Next couple games struggled, and it kind of went all downhill from there up to this point. But it's a good sign to see him hit that and 1-3, and he knocks down the free throw as well.
If you can hit a three getting fouled, then you can hit an open three. That's how you got to look at it if you're DeBrus.
There's some kind of confusion with the clock here. There's 1.3, and then the clock started after the ball went through the net. The clock shouldn't start until it's inbounded.
The Aviators likely just kind of heave this one half court, see what happens.
Hall's going to inbound. Get it all the way down floor. Not able to find anyone, so Mason with 1.8 seconds is going to get the ball underneath out of bounds.
Just have an incomplete Hail Mary there for the Aviators. And
Mason will send in their big lineup. Maybe look for a lob here. Because they got this deficit to 15. They maybe think they have a shot with the bucket here.
Yeah, Burtis at 6'10". Not surprising that they put him on the inbounder, and makes a nice deflection there. It's so hard to see around him with his height.
Referees discuss again. We'll try again. Middleton finds Hanley, fadeaway jumper down the corner. That's good. How about Jake Hanley?
The Comets away here. They're down by 19. Now it's only 13, so they're not giving up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter action underway from Sycamore High School as the Comets trail by 13. Aviators had a big performance by Ben Sutherland to help them kind of propel their lead in that third quarter.
Yeah, that was a rough start to the third quarter by the Comets, and then the last minute they got a pick-me-up from an and 1-3 by Matt DeBrus and buzzer beater by Jake Hanley. So two sophomores getting it done at the end of the quarter, giving the Comets a shot in the fourth.
The Hanley leading the Comets with 11. Now down low is Williams, and he gets blocked by Hanley. And Moore loses out of bounds, so missed opportunity there for the Comets and the block by Hanley. That was similar to what we saw Burgess and Sutherland do to the Comets on the defensive end.
Yeah, Hanley's got some athleticism. You know, they like to say baseball players aren't athletes, but Hanley, when you're a multi-sport athlete like him.
Probably one of the hardest things to do in sports is hit that fastball going like 90. It's not an easy thing to do.
Very underrated hard thing to do in sports. No one likes to give that credit, but baseball, a lot of ways, one of the hardest sports to play. And we're excited for this Mason baseball season coming up, and a lot of preseason polls picking the Comets as #1 in the state, seeing some pop up in some national rankings as well. They got a plethora of D1 commits as Sutherland knocks down the 3. But you're seeing one of them here, Jake Hanley. Then you got Drew Cox committed to OU. He's only a junior. Brendan Garula, the senior, committed to UC. There's going to be a block underneath out of bounds.
Yeah, a lot of talent on the Comets baseball team. Certainly excited to call some games there. Right now, the Comets just trying to stay in this game. Three-pointer from Hanley, no good. Rebound by Morton. And he will get fouled. So Alex Morton with 4 fouls. He gets fouled here and now goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was a perfect example of what we saw last year from Alex Morton. He was that offensive rebound guy. You know, get it to him inside. He'll make an athletic play. He's not the tallest guy on the floor by any means, but he's got a lot of length. Unfortunately, unable to connect on the first free throw.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit this year in the free throw line. In the 50s. On the free throw line, he missed another one, and just it's really been one of the main differences in the game is the free throw shooting. Much better for the Aviators than it is for the Comets.
And that's what you expect to coming in. That's Sycamore's identity is three-point shooting. And Des Bolden proving me right there. And Mason shooting 26% from 3 coming into this game. And they're not really improving on that tonight against Sycamore.
Yeah, 11 for Bolden. He's made a lot of threes all night. Now the lead is 19. It's the largest lead of the game for the Aviators. There's a jump ball. Timeout. We're going to take a quick break here. It's Comets trail by 19 with 5:42 left in the game. So the Comets will have the ball down low on the baseline, coming out of their timeout, trail by 19. And a bad pass. And just the way it's been all night for the Comets, just not able to connect on a lot of passes.
That one was just a little too long. And Hall had good position there on Hanley. Hanley couldn't track it down.
Now, good double team. Good job from Olam helping Middleton on Bolden. Now that will set up a three, and it's good. Thomas converting defense to offense there. Cut the lead to 16 on a Middleton three.
Yeah, Todd Middleton, when he gets his confidence going from three, that could be dangerous. He's kind of a pass-first guard. We knew that coming in. And we've seen inside of the post, he can make some tough shots. But if he can get it going outside too, he's probably the best three-point shooting guard on this team. 36% coming into this game. That was kind of a surprise coming in. Not because he didn't have that skill, but taking a year off like you do last year, that can mess a lot with your confidence and with your rhythm and everything. Very rare to see someone not play junior and then come in and start his senior year.
Yeah, he's definitely picked up very well with his shooting, his assists. The only thing he's kind of struggled on a little bit is his turnovers. But I'm sure that will improve throughout the year.
And that's something that you're going to see at the start of the year for someone who didn't play a lot of basketball last season.
Yeah, just the pace of the game, much different. A lot more athletic defenders. Well, there's some pretty good athletes in rec as well.
Yeah, Evan Amazon, I think not a lot of listeners know, but Evan Amazon right next to me is one of them. Slammed home by Riley Burgess.
I think you were trying to give me a compliment, Ben, and rare compliment, but unfortunately Burgess kind of cut that off with a big slam.
Yeah, last time I give you a compliment. Inside. Give me a foul on Hall. Oh, that's on Williams. Mason's now on the bonus, and Morton will go to the line.
And he gets that one to rattle home. Kind of goes, bounces up, falls in. And the Collins will take it here. 17 is their deficit. With 4-4-4 remaining in the game. 4-4-4 in the fourth quarter.
Sounds like Blake Maislin's at this game, Evan.
Yeah, very catchy commercial.
That's really taken the community of Cincinnati. And you say 4-4-4, you hear the 3-4, and everyone knows what you're talking about. Blake Maislin's got a bunch of commercials. He's got one with the Bengals fans behind him.
Yep.
And
picturing it right now. It's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of this game.
Yeah, we may have ruined it. I think you're the one that started that, though, so we'll have to blame you.
Well, I said 4-4-4, but you didn't really have to bring it up. Could have just kept that one in your head there. Sutherland, man. Another three-pointer. Certainly showing why I can play D1, and again, stepping in the passing lane. Throwing one down, and Ben Sutherland. Quick 5 straight points there as the Comets call a timeout.
And if you're wondering where that athleticism that we've been talking about was in Sutherland, you just saw it there. Not only doesn't want the simple dunk, he goes up, he hangs on the rim a little bit. I wish we had a replay for this one. Sutherland, one of the best dunks we're going to see in high school, and you can see the crowd reaction for Sycamore. There's that star offensive lineman, Jordan Hare, giving some CPR to a fellow Sycamore student. We'll head to a quick break. Sycamore up 19.
4:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. Comets coming out of their timeout after a dunk by Sutherland. And he's up to 17 tonight, leads all scorers. As Middleton makes another three, she's heating up offensively from deep from the Comets, but unfortunately probably going to be a little too late, but hopefully that will kind of carry into some more games for him. He's got 9.
Yeah, I know Coach Richards won't be happy with moral victories, and that's what it looked like Mason was going after, but this third and fourth quarter has been so rough that it kind of erases how they played in the first half. They're down 23 now, which is what we expected maybe coming in, but at halftime it looked like it was going to be a different story.
Yeah, I mean the Comets played pretty well, especially in the defensive side in the first half, but just really gotten out of hand as Sycamore's offense has just really picked up, and all of a sudden kind of shots got to stop falling for the Comets as well.
I know we like to correct my math a lot. I like to correct myself. They're down 18, not 23. I was looking at the wrong score. Wasn't my math, Evan, before you make fun of me for that.
There's not really other scores like.
Well, I'm looking at my book here, and I'm missing a couple points for Mason, so I'll use that as my cover-up.
I don't see a book here, Ben. I know the viewers couldn't see that, but I'm not going to let you get away with that one. There's no scorebook. There's one scoreboard, and you just read the wrong numbers. I mean, it's not like there's like a ticker with like other games around the area like showing up. And hey, I just can't believe it.
I'd like our viewers to know that Evan Amazon is lying. There is a book that we're keeping track of points here.
It's invisible, Ben.
Evan Amazon loves making me look bad. That's all I'll say.
So it's hard to not make someone look bad because you just got to do it on your own. You just do it to yourself when you say 23 when it's 18. I mean, if you said 17 or 19, it wouldn't have been so bad. But the fact that you're 5 off is just kind of inexcusable. So 57-38. What amount of points is Sycamore winning by right now, Ben?
They'll be winning by 19.
Wow.
You know, I'm going to tell our director, David Metzger, to turn your mic off if this continues. A terrific work by the whole crew tonight. David Metzger running some graphics and directing behind the scenes. Savannah Libby and Lydia Lisco doing a terrific job behind the cameras.
That's it, yeah. Me, David, Savannah, and Lydia, 4 most important members of the crew tonight.
You know, would that answer change if my math was a little bit better?
Not really. I mean,
okay. That's
a
good
little bit. I mean, you'd probably be a little bit better than last. You might be less of last place.
Okay.
I guess.
Well, that moral victory. We talked about moral victories, and you know, I'll take a moral victory.
Sycamore kind of bringing in their bench players, and with the senior Whiteside, the junior Kahn, and some others coming in as well. With the Comets, they got a lot of younger guys out there. But it's most of the guys who have been in their rotation as well, just a pretty young team.
Now, Mason's got a lot of sophomores. 7 of their 13 rostered players right now are sophomores. One of them's out with an injury, Anthony Solik. Unfortunately, he'll be out for the year, requiring surgery on his thumb. We've seen a lot of different looks from these sophomores, and we're going to see Braden Greer checking in here, but unfortunately, Solik's not one we're going to be able to see this season. Hopefully he sticks with it. See a breakout junior season for him. But, you know, Mason taking a tough loss here, but the future is bright for them.
Yeah, a lot of sophomores, like you mentioned, and you got to hope that just every game they play is more experience they can have under their belt, and hopefully it will just make them better. As a sophomore, it's not easy to step in and play varsity, especially when there's not many seniors on the team. So hopefully they'll be able to improve throughout the year, and unfortunately, the Comets will drop to 4-7 overall, 0-6 in the GMC, while the Aviators will advance to 10-1, surpassing their win total from last year. And they'll be 5-1 in the GMC.
It only took him one loss to do it, too. Newly checked in for Sycamore, that's Tariq Kimbrough, son of Xavier legend and NBA player Stan Kimbrough. Had a quick spurt in the NBA with the Pistons and the Kings. And his son, only a freshman, getting some playing time on varsity.
Yeah, the future's going to be bright for Sycamore as well.
And the free throw is knocked down by, I believe that's Whiteside. He goes 2 for 2.
I don't think they missed a free throw tonight. That could be wrong, but I can't remember them
Sutherland missed
missing a free
one. I do remember Sutherland missed one in the second quarter. You know, usually I'd let you get away with that, but because you didn't let me get away with my math trick, then unfortunately, I'm going to have to call you out on that one. Sutherland did miss a free throw in the second quarter.
Ross able to hit a three, and that cuts that to a 17-point deficit, right, Ben?
17 is right. Good math, Evan.
It's under a minute to go. A pass down low, and fouls. This game is unfortunately going to last even longer here as Todd's going to the free throw line.
Spencer Kahn. We saw a little bit of playing time for him in the first half. He knocks down the first.
I just think you're bad at math in Sycamore. I remember like the football game, you made some mistakes as well. So just whatever it is in Sycamore, you just kind of struggle and you forgot everything your great math teachers have taught you over the years.
When we talk about everything's a little different in a rivalry game, and characteristically I'm very good at math, I'd like to tell myself, but when you come into a rivalry game like Sycamore, that all kind of goes out the window. Mikey Jones drawing the foul. And speaking of football, Mikey Jones, starting cornerback for this Comet football squad, had a good season defensively. And he's showed some potential on the hardwood as well.
Yeah, it's secondary. He was very young for the Comets, but they played pretty well. And it's just the first loss that we've seen for football or men's basketball for the Comets against Sycamore in our high school career.
Not very often you see it. You know, it's a disappointing loss, but I'll take it. I'll take a 6-1 record against Sycamore in my high school career.
And I'm getting some texts from my dad now. I went to Sycamore, and I just like to tell him that we've won like 15 in a row. I mean, at some point, Sycamore.
I don't want to hear anything.
Win.
I feel like we're going to hear some trash talk from Mark Amazon, and I'm not ready for that. I want to tell him right now, and we're not hearing any trash talk. 15 straight against Sycamore.
It's a little bit like the Ohio State-Michigan game. I mean, Michigan's going to win at some point. In rivalries, some teams are going to win. But this Sycamore team, the commanding win, 17-point victory for the Aviators. We're going to wrap it up here from Sycamore High School as the Comets fall to 0-6 in the GMC.
Thanks, everyone, for joining in. I'm Ben Haller alongside my partner, Evan Amazon, David Metzger is the director, Lydia Lisco, and Savannah Libby behind the cameras. Comets fall 61-44 to the Sycamore Aviators. Have a good night, everyone.